Welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be working on this Stihl 193T and we're going to be putting a metal dog on it. First thing we want to do is loosen up our bar nut, and this one doesn't come off completely, which is nice, so it stays on the cover. Once we do that, we're going to take the cover off, remove the bar and chain second. Now if you have a used saw like this one, you're going to need to clean these holes out. If you have compressed air, do it that way, or do it the best way you can. If you're going to use compressed air, make sure you use safety glasses. But we're going to clean these two holes out next. The next step is critical. If you guys still have your saw under warranty, you might want to skip this because these are not tapped out, these two holes. So if you have a tap set, you're going to need to set the depth to just a little bit shorter than this, because remember your dog's going to be sticking out a little bit. But you're going to need to tap that out so these can thread in. I'm going to use a drill bit. Now this is not recommended, but if you're in a pinch, this is what you're going to have to do. I've already set the depth right here with some tape. And I'm going to drill down in here on both sides. And it's very critical that you don't go too far because you could go potentially into the tank. Again, if you do decide to go this route, I have a 3/16 bit. And I gave myself just a little extra room in case, because I don't want to go too far when I put this in. But I'm going to go ahead, I already tapped out this hole here, and I'm just going to show you that that does not slide. There's no wiggle room in it. So I'm going to be able to turn that in and still tighten it down, but it's not enough where it's just going to be floppy and it's not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now those two holes are tapped, I'm going to line the dog up and start the screw. Grab the other one, and I'm going to grab my T27 scrunch. And we're going to go ahead and tighten those down. Now because this is going to get a ton of vibration, I'm going to add some medium grade Loctite to those screws. That should help keep it in place. So I snugged them down, but I didn't crank them down tight. But they're not going to spin anymore. And like I said, with that Loctite on there, that's going to make it even more sturdy. That looks pretty good. Now again, the product fits great. It has Loctite on the T27 screws. But you got to be careful when you self-tap that or if you drill it out and then tighten it down. You got to use the Loctite because that's going to keep this super tight. It's not going to let the dog vibrate loose, and I'm not going to start it up now. I'm going to let that set up. That way it has time to cure and it locks it in, because the last thing you want is this dog to vibrate loose and it somehow gets caught up with the chain when you're operating it. And here is, actually comes with two, which is fantastic, and two sets of screws. And there's the part number, and I'll put that link in the description. So from here, we'll just put the bar and chain back on and the cover. Now I'm making this video because I wanted to show you what the part that I got and used, some of the steps I used along the way. This is for entertainment. If you're using it yourself, again, please check with your warranty, take your time, do the things right. I don't want to be held liable if someone messes up and breaks their saw. But this is just what I did. Hopefully you can pull something useful from this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time from Neighborhood Go-To Guy.